Thank you all for being here tonight. Let me first of all introduce myself. I think I know some of you here, and some of you, I see some new faces. It's always great to see new faces at Asia Society Hong Kong Center. I am Alice Mong, the Executive Director of Asia Society Hong Kong Center, and I am really delighted to be co-hosting this program with our colleagues from our Manila Center. And I'm going to introduce Suyin a little bit to you all, and we'll formally get the program tonight started. Tonight, I think many of you probably don't know this, but exactly 5 years ago today, 8th, 2012, we put this hall to good use. That was when we formally opened the Asia with a big dinner here in this hall. So it's exactly 5 years ago today that Asia Society Hong Kong Center kicked off here in Admiralty. So we're our 5th birthday, and so thank you all for being here to help us kick off this program. And the reason I'm really excited to be co-hosting this program is one of our first programs here at Asia Society was really with the support of our Manila Center. One of the first program, the first arts and cultural program we did here was February 12th, and we had the honor of, thanks to the help of our friends at Manila Center, we had Grace Nono here, who had a wonderful performance for us at the Miller Theater. And it really kicked off a really exciting 5 years. Prior to being at Asia Society Hong Kong Center at this site, most of the program, I would say 90% of our program was on the business and policy arena. And before, we were doing a lot of our program at the hotels. Once we opened here, we could do a lot more arts and cultural program, like tonight's program. And we really have been very, very lucky to have the support of the government to give us this site, and really coming up with some wonderful program working with the various consulate and working with the Hong Kong community. We've hosted film festivals. Next week, we're going to kick off our 3rd India by the Bay India Festival. And I know we have our representative from the Philippine Consulate here. We've had the honor of hosting the Madrigal Singers here about 2 or 3 years ago, and we've done other Philippine Film Festival here as well. So it is really a great honor for us to be doing this here 5 years to the day that we opened to be open. This is going to be a long series of partnership between our Asia Society Hong Kong Center and our Manila Center, and we want to thank all of you for your support, and really also kind of do a little bit plug for us. Because of the 5-year anniversary, we're launching this celebration. Until end of February, you can join Asia Society individual membership or family membership for $500. Traditionally, our individual membership is $1,600. Our family membership is $2,500. So for $500, you can join Asia Society Hong Kong members. So please share this information with your friends, because we really, in order to bring more program like this, we really need membership, as diverse as possible. We're Asia Society. We're here in Hong Kong, so the diversity of membership really allow us to bring in the Jewish Film Festival, the India by the Bay, the Philippine Film Festival, and we are talking about various type of program, food-related, fashion-related, design-related, with Suyin in Manila. So please help us make many of these programs possible. And also another interesting thing, thanks to Suyin's introduction, we now, Asia Society Hong Kong Center, have a partnership with the Ayala Museum in Manila. And so as a member of Asia Society Hong Kong Center, you will be able to access the Ayala Museum and vice versa. The Ayala Museum members will also be able to access Asia Society Hong Kong programs as members. So these are wonderful partnerships that we wanted to share with you. With that plug, I know I've spoken too long, but I want to really thank all of you for being part of the Asia Society Hong Kong family, and want to at this time introduce Suyin Liu, who's Executive Director of Asia Society Philippines, and it's been a great pleasure. I think Suyin joined Asia Society about 5 years ago, the time we were opening, and she's been a wonderful partner, and we are really always welcome Suyin here in Hong Kong. And I know we're going to be doing a lot more partnership with our Manila Center in the years to come. So enjoy the film program tonight, and I'm Suyin.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you again, Alice, and to the Asia Society Hong Kong team, our closest relatives, Asia Society relatives from Manila. We're really very grateful that we were able to put this together. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of Vice Consul Robert Quintin from the Philippine Consulate General, and fresh off the plane from Manila, the chair of the Film Development Council of the Philippines, Ms. Lisa Dino. So we will hear from Ms. Dino and Mr. Quintin in a few minutes. So good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spotlight Philippine Cinema 2017. We hope this is the first of many spotlights in the Philippines, in Hong Kong. We at Asia Society Philippines are extremely pleased to co-organize this film series together with Asia Society Hong Kong, FDCP, and the Philippine Consulate General. We would also like to thank our sponsor, Micro D International, supported by San Miguel Brewery, El Nido Resorts, and TFC, the Filipino Channel. Part of Asia Society Philippines' reinvigorated mission is to build greater understanding, not just between the Philippines and the West, not only to contribute to building bridges between Asia and the West, but to build stronger bridges between Asians. So it is only fitting that we begin 2017 with a program together with our closest Asia Society Center here in Hong Kong. Spotlight Philippine Cinema offers the Hong Kong community a sampling of the latest Philippine movies from a country that is as movie mad as we know you are. From a celebration of the uniqueness, including both the struggle and the beauty of Filipino caregivers in Hong Kong and Japan, to a complex and challenging story from the Philippines' deep south, to an emotionally evocative journey across many of our beautiful islands, and the rich stories of a 105-year-old American woman who has become a Filipina grande dame. Spotlight Philippine Cinema provides a rich sampling of the Philippines' complex and diverse peoples. We are also extremely proud that the celebrated documentary film Sunday Beauty Queen marks its modest yet significant Hong Kong premiere tonight. I should call it a debut. Right. Sunday Beauty Queen was chosen Best Picture at the recently concluded Metro Manila Film Festival, the largest and most prominent of the Philippines' many film festivals. It's actually been a year of firsts. It is the first time that a documentary movie won such an accolade in our country. It was also the first time that this festival featured mostly independent films. Sunday Beauty Queen's story will certainly be familiar to most here tonight, as it is a story about Filipinos and Hong Kongers, but of course I won't reveal anymore. I'd like to close by reminding us that the Philippines and Hong Kong have been very good friends for a very long time. For example, Jose Rizal, our Philippines' national hero, lived briefly on the Aguilar Street more than 125 years ago. And for decades, the lives of tens of thousands of Hong Kongers have been intimately intertwined with the lives of the hundreds of thousands of Filipinos who've become a part of the fabric of this dynamic and glittering city, hence a very busy Consulate General, I'm sure. So with that, before I end up revealing more about the movie, I would like to introduce our key collaborators without whom this endeavor would not have been possible. First, I would like to welcome the chair of the Film Development Council of the Philippines, Ms. Lisa Dino.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Suyin. let me just express my utmost gratitude. This is really personal to me. I remember back in December, I was just talking to, actually in October when we were in Busan, when we first, the world premiere of Sunday Beauty Queen, Baby Ruth and I were talking on how we'll be able to bring it here in Hong Kong. So, Miss Alice Mong, Suyin, to everyone who brought the film here, this whole Filipino Film Festival, thank you so much. This partnership means a lot to us, from the Film Development Council of the Philippines, of course, the Philippine Consulate General of Hong Kong, working hand in hand with you to bring these films, both for our Filipino and Hong Kong audiences, is really important to showcase the rich cinematic culture of the Philippines. We in the FDCP believe that film is one of the most effective ways of establishing connection. Connection between cultures, connection between beliefs, even connections among ourselves. At the heart of it, film is more than art or a statement. It's an opportunity to express the collective consciousness of a people, whether they are in the world, wherever they are in the world. This is why tonight we are proud to premiere Sunday Beauty Queen, a film that pays tribute to Filipino overseas workers' experience in Hong Kong. And I would like to acknowledge some of our Sunday Beauty Queens here, and of course, Leo. Hello. Our director, Baby Ruth Villarama, is also here. And our other Filipino directors who are also showcasing their films, are they here? Lawrence? Are they all here? Ice? Welcome. Sunday Beauty Queen is a love letter to the many domestic workers and helpers overseas who choose to channel feelings of displacement or homesickness into something positive and uplifting. It is an inner ability for Filipinos to see hope in times of hardship and opportunity in every challenge. We hope that through this film and those that will be screening this week, our Filipino diaspora in Hong Kong and around the world would know that wherever they are never truly alone, and that we are rooting for them. Let this be a night of celebration not only on Filipino cinema, but of the Filipino community here in Hong Kong and the connections that you have established here to our heroes, to our Darnas. We call them our Darnas, our modern day heroes. Please know that we are proud of the great work that you are doing, and we are always thinking of you back home. Maraming salamat at mabuhay.
Now I'd like to take the opportunity to welcome our Vice Consul, Mr. Robert Quintin.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Executive Director of Asian Society Hong Kong Center, Ms. Alice Mong, Ms. Suyin Lee from Asian Society Philippine Center, of course, our Chairman of the Film Development Council of the Philippines, Ms. Liza Dino. We've always been partners in promoting Philippine films here in Hong Kong. And of course, ang ating, I slipped to Filipino. I do this every Sunday, you know. So our director here for tonight's featured film, Ms. Baby Ruth Villarama. And of course, our friends from the Filipino community. Magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat. First of all, in behalf of the Philippine Consulate General in Hong Kong SAR, led by our Consul General Bernardita El Catalia, of course, we'd like to congratulate Asian Society Hong Kong and Asian Society Philippine Center for coming up with this event, with this film series. We've been in discussions since sometime in October, and we're very happy that finally this has come to pass, and now we are here. I understand this was not the original venue or something like that, but like I said, when you engage the Filipino community, you should expect these numbers and this participation. I'm very happy that we are able to have this film series here. Not just this film for tonight. The Philippine Consulate has its own cultural section, a whole section dedicated to promoting Philippine culture, and one of our main programs is really to come up with a film festival every year, and we do that with the Film Development Council of the Philippines. It happens every October, so every time that we get another chance to have another film festival, we're very happy. So, so again, congratulations. Of course, our featured film for tonight focuses on a phenomenon, a Hong Kong phenomenon. You know, it's a phenomenon. You see it every Sunday. We attend it for decades. It's been here for decades, and I don't think it's gonna. It's not gonna. It's a practice that's gonna disappear anytime soon. It's for those in the academy. This is a very good field of study for you, and you will see connections from what they do here. These beauty pageants here, you will find them all the way back to the provinces where they come from. You know, so the roots are deep, and of course the rest of the films you'll get a chance to have a glimpse of lives of ordinary Filipino people, the sights, the sounds, and of these people who may have to take on extraordinary circumstances. You know, so again, I'm not going to keep this very long. I know we want to get to the film already, and we hope that this partnership we have with Asia Society, the Film Development Council of the Philippines, and Asia Society Philippine Center will continue, because in the last 10 years we've had there's a movement in the film industry moving from traditional commercial and mainstream filming to and I think it has given birth to a whole generation of Filipino indie film directors and filmmakers, and I think it is our duty to help them promote themselves, and because these young filmmakers, they dare to venture into themes, subjects, even approaches to filmmaking which are outside your commercial and mainstream film. And I think, in my personal view, these films are more honest. And when it comes to promoting culture, honesty has to be there. That's where you should be coming from. It's not about pomp and circumstance and all the glitter. And speaking of glitter, the thing that I love about that I hope we all take away from tonight's featured film is that after the glitter, after that scepter comes off, that crown comes off their heads, these Filipino women, they are mothers, they are sisters, they are daughters. They're here trying to provide a livelihood for their families back home. So it behooves us, all of us here, to take a step back and rethink how we deal with this phenomenon, with them as people. And for us in the realm of public policy, definitely, maybe we have to rethink a few things. For those in the academy, maybe it's something that's worth studying and try to explain how these things should be addressed, and so that we have a better understanding of why these things happen, and instead of coming up with uninformed judgments about these things. So with that, maraming salamat po. Magandang gabi.
To our Sunday beauty queens, you're not just queens for us, but I think every day. I think about those who care for my kids at home. And we have a Filipino word that we use is kapamilya, which is part of the family. And my 6-year-old always says that my yaya is my kapamilya, and I've taught her that because that's how important you are to us. So thank you for everything. So we would, before I begin the Q&A, I'd like to call also, I'd like to acknowledge Mrs. Chrisma Fajardo. Chrisma's with us tonight. She is the producer of and director of Invisible. Please stand. Yes, producer of Invisible. So Invisible is about our OFWs in Japan. It will be screening on February 11. And just to remind you, Spotlight will be on February 11 and February 14. With that, I'd like to bring on stage the director of Sunday Beauty Queen, Miss Baby Ruth Villarama. The Hong Kong producer, Mr. Michael Wong. Is he around? Okay, we also have with us the premier organizer of these beauty pageants, Mr. Leo Selomenio. Please go ahead. We have some of the beauty queens with us tonight. Miss Hazel Perdido. Hazel. And we also have Miss Rudely Acosta, but I think she stepped out for a bit, so she'll join us in a little bit. So I think we have mics, or my colleagues have mics around for any of you, for the audience to ask questions as well. Michael, please join us.
Hello. Mike, hello. Hi, good evening. My name is Baby Ruth Villarama, and I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for coming tonight to see Sunday Beauty Queen. It's a dream come true for me to have the Sunday Beauty Queens and their employers in one special venue to watch the film together, and to have you here is extra special. So I hope you enjoyed the film. So we're here to answer any of your questions.
Is there anyone in the audience who has a burning question at the moment?
They're all shy, maybe processing.
Okay, maybe I'll, yes, Mr. Pineda over there.
I wanted to ask, Baby Ruth, what was the inspiration? Like, when did you think about doing this film? How did it all come together? So I wanted to ask Baby Ruth, great film, of course. What's a bit of a timeline? Like, when did the idea first pop in your head? What did you do about it? A little bit of the background. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for that question. This film was born all the way from 2011. We were here in Hong Kong during that time, attending the Hong Kong Film Market, presenting another film, which, by the way, premiered in Cannes that year. And then one Sunday, we made our courtesy call to the Philippine Consulate, and there was a good conversation between the team, and I remember then Vice Consul Joy, and then Chuck Makaspak, and they shared about this phenomenon. During that time, they told, they advised us if we can do an investigation about Filipinos spending, a lot of their hard-earned money in this peculiar beauty pageant. And then I asked, I returned the question if they will sponsor the film, and they said no, but we can connect you to certain groups who might shed light and explanation about the beauty pageant and why Filipinos are spending so much about it. And then it was the Philippine Consulate who connected us to Daddy Leo, who is the founder of the beauty pageant. And we discovered that, it's a necessary escape for them, because they needed each other so that they can cope with loneliness and so many issues of them living in a foreign land. And then along the way, we stumbled, these stories, and then we met their employers. And Michael Wong, who is our Hong Kong producer, guided us through the process and introduced us to the employers. And then we connected these two cultures. So we wanted to really do something that would unify, this issue and these two countries. So we thought, I think we have something special here. We don't know, if we would finish it. So that's why I'm becoming a bit emotional while watching the film here, because this is the first time that we're screening it in Hong Kong with everyone present. It's special, and yeah, we did it intermittently within 4 years, and it was a struggle, sweat, blood, tears. And we don't know how we're able to finish it, but as you saw in the film, it was groups and people who also helped us finish it. And then personally, I guess it's my coming to terms with my personal story with my biological mother, who once was a domestic helper. I didn't get a chance to meet her, so perhaps I want to understand that side of my story as well. So I hope, I was able to shed some light and answers to things. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
I'm his wife.
Oh,
Congratulations.
I was so moved. Congratulations to everyone who was involved in the movie. I just wanted to ask, siguro, Leo, seeing this film for the first time premiering in Hong Kong, where it's all set, I just want to ask, how does it feel?
Good evening, everyone, once again. Actually, I've seen this film in Philippines because during the festival, Metro Manila Film Festival, I was given the chance by my employer. My employer has left already. She was here just now watching. She had given me the chance to see the film, enjoy the parade, to have the parade of stars, and then during the awards night, give us the chance to accept the trophy. So actually, the feeling is very beyond expectation. I can't explain. But this movie, Sunday Beauty Queen, gives us a huge opportunity right now in mounting our pageants, because after the movie, a lot of big companies had already committed to sponsor our event for the whole year.
Wow.
So I guess this really helps us a lot in mounting events. And before, I just like you to know that these girls, when they join the pageants, they spend money, actually, because we ask them to sell tickets because we don't have enough funds to pay the production cost. As you may know, here in Hong Kong, everything is expensive. So our organizations don't have that much money. So we ask the girls to sell tickets for our events. But now, it's a good news for them, but that they don't need to sell tickets because there are already quite a lot of companies who committed to sponsor our events. So that's nice. Thank you.
Alice?
My question is to Michael, or maybe Ruth, in terms of, is there
Sorry?
plans? I see the movie subtitle in English. Is there any plan to subtitle in Chinese to show to the the Chinese-speaking community?
The subtitle? No, I didn't do the translation. I find somebody to do it.
Is there a plan to have a subtitle in Chinese?
I'm not sure. You have to talk to Ruth. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's all. I think there are programs now to connect, Filipino films to other shores and other territories, and it's definitely one of the things that we have to do. We just need to find a capable translator to be able to translate all of the dialogues. But definitely, yes, we hope to be able to translate it in Cantonese or in Chinese so we can show it to China and also in Hong Kong.
But I think it's not a bad idea to show it to the local Chinese.
Yes.
See, because I think the local Chinese, they don't understand so much about Filipinos.
Yeah,
And in fact,
Yeah.
we are quite separated, the two society. So even when this is my honor to be one of the co-producer in this film. In fact, I did very little about it. I was just a middleman between the local family and Ruth and the Filipino staff. That's I can do. But I think there's really quite a lot of misunderstanding between the two, two people, two people. But in the film, you can see, no matter you are black or white or yellow, we are just all the same. We all need a dream, just like what Leo say, right? The contest is not looking for beauty, it's looking for a cause. And for me, I think for everyone, we look for a dream, yeah? So.
Michael, how did you get involved in the project?
I was invited, in fact, by a Japanese. In fact, this is my first time working with Filipino, and I'm so impressed by their professionalism. And, sometimes the local Chinese are a little bit self-conceited. Yeah, I think even me, I have the same mistake as well. And in fact, I'm also a film producer, but all the time I only work with Japanese and local Chinese. But, the whole film is only made by a very small crew. But as I see the result, it's very well shot and very good film. So I would say I would pay my respect to Ruth, yeah, really. It's really my honor to have the chance to join you all, yeah.
No, I have to say, because without Michael, I don't think we'll be able to get the yes of the employers. It was really Michael. His role was really crucial for us to get into the homes of the Hong Kong national. And then when Maki-san, my Japanese co-producer, was telling me about Michael, he was sharing that Michael is a film producer who used to work with Wong Kar-wai and all the great Hong Kong filmmakers. And I was like, oh my God, like I'm just a Filipino filmmaker starting to do international co-production at that time. And I was kind of, scared if Michael would give us a hard time or if we would work together beautifully. And then, of course, there's the language barrier that we don't know Cantonese. And then there's also a Japanese producer also collaborating in the project. So it was Michael who translated everything from Cantonese to English to Nihongo. So for us to work together as a team. So that, Michael's role was very important to make this international co-production work. So thank you.
Anyone? Okay, I'll actually ask Hazel and Leo and Rudalee. So since being part of this movie experience, how has this changed your daily life? How are you seen here and at home, and how does it feel?
At first, thankful to God because unexpected. Can I speak Tagalog?
And I will attempt to translate.
Kasi yung pagsali ko lang sa beauty pageant is gusto ko lang ma-relax yung isip ko sa pressure ng amo, yung sa araw-araw ko na yung pakikisama sa kanila, yung pressure sa utak, pressure sa puso. Kasi sobra yung naranasan ko sa kanila araw-araw. So,
para naman ma-relax ko at saka yung may kahit papaano makakangiti ako. Yun yung way ko na sumali sa beauty pageant. Kahit sabihin, mas marami pang magaganda. Ang sa akin lang, gusto kong mailabas yung nakatagong sakit na hindi ko pwedeng sabihin sa pamilya ko. Na gusto kong makita ng mga anak ko na okay lang ako. Ayokong mabalitaan nila na pangit yung naranasan ko. Na mas gusto kong makita ng mga anak ko na okay ako, nakangiti. May post ako sa Facebook kasi doon nila ako tinitignan. Yung hirap. Si Daddy Leo yung tumulong sa akin na mag-convince na sumali. Tsaka yung hiya sa sarasas na hindi kaya, yung bang na-overcome na yung kung kaya ng iba, makakaya ko rin pala. Yun yung pinakaano ko na bakit hindi ko kayanin na yung iba nga nakakaya nila.
So, I hope to be able to translate it as poignantly as you've expressed in Filipino. First of all, maganda ka talaga. Please, wag mong kalimutan yan. So I'm telling her that she is beautiful and to remind her that she is. So she joined beauty pageants as an escape from the pressures, of being a domestic helper. But most of it is to show her family back home that she's happy, to hide, the pressures that she faces daily. And, with Facebook, that's a good way of showing, I guess, a facade of what she goes through, the daily grind, especially to her children who she's sacrificing for. So, it's given her confidence and a reason. I think the most important thing is a reason to smile. A reason to smile, and I think that's how it's changed you. Thank you. Sir Leo. Miss Hazel.
Hello. Good evening. Thank you for watching Sunday Beauty Queen. Yeah. I also joined the pageant because before I just watched, and then I saw the candidates that, oh, maybe I can do this also. Why not? And then some of my friends asked me to join the pageant two Sundays before the pageant, and then forced me to join. And then, as I know I have the talent, I love to dance. That's why I tried to join, and yes, I proved to myself that I have the confidence to join the pageant. That's all I started to with the Sunday Beauty Queen. And then after that, after I watched the movie with my son in Manila, because I went back home also to join the Parade of the Star and the awards night. And after that, we watched together with my son. After my son watched the movie, it really changed my life because they become closer to me. And then my son really always asks me where I am, how I am, that they never did that to me before. That's really, I'm very thankful. It's a way for me that God give this opportunity to be a part of Sunday Beauty Queen. Thank you so much.
We
For
are
me.
very emotional people. We love each other dearly. This is happy tears.
For me, Sunday Beauty Queen really changed my life. First of all, I have become the instant celebrity back home. Every day I went to TV stations, radio stations for interviews. Even I went back here in Hong Kong, still the newspaper, the media people are coming, chasing me to have the interview. So I become the instant celebrity at the moment. And I'm enjoying it for the moment. This will never happen again in my life. This is the ultimate happening that I have to grab. This is just once in a lifetime. So it really changed my life because not only my life, but of course the whole community. Our members from Global Alliance were very much proud, and they are my members, the presidents from La Union Federation and Luzon Alliance, and they are so proud of me, I guess. And at least we're not thinking of for the next event. We have series of events for the whole year. We are refreshed because we're not thinking of where to get the money to pay the the trophy and the sash and the crowns and the staging. So we will just think of the performers to showcase a very good and very fabulous show for the coming events. June 4, this coming June 4 is the Philippine Independence Day, June 25, and rest of the year, we have lots of series of events. So I hope you guys can watch it at Chater Road. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone? Yes, sir?
Good evening, and first of all, congratulations to a very emotion-laden film. I'm a Filipino, so I'm also emotional. But first, also congratulations for winning Best Picture in Metro Manila Film Festival last year. I'm an avid moviegoer, especially for Filipino films. And for me, when I learned that your film won Best Picture, it was a victory for all independent filmmakers, because maybe you didn't realize you were making history in Philippine cinema. So congratulations to that. And also, my question is this. Ma'am Baby, looking at the future, because you made history already to the Philippine cinema, is there any plan to somehow do another film that would tackle social issues that are very relevant to the Filipinos?
Well, I've always been a supporter of social issues or any opportunity that can empower every Filipinos. Because my dream is really for Filipinos to go global, because I know our capacity. We're more than slaves. I have this strong belief that we are world class, that we can compete and we can live side by side with the rest of all the first world countries in the world. And I highly agree with Michael that there is a strong disconnect. How cultures sometimes, like in Hong Kong, how social classes can cause division and a lot of misunderstanding. And I just hope that through the power of cinema, through the power of storytelling, we can somehow bridge that gap, and we can somehow promote empathy and understanding. I know it's a struggle. I know everyone's going through a lot of things, and there are so many social issues happening in the world. But I also know that one thing that we all need right now is love and understanding. So if there is a way for me to at least be of support or be an instrument to promote that, by all means, I'm open to any stories. Right now, there are a couple of stories that we're looking at. Anything that, for the world to see the Filipinos in a new light, it excites us. So, I'm looking forward to do more stories that can connect cultures, that can unify what must be unified. So thank you for the support.
Well, to all of you, I'd like to find out what you think, what changes you think and you hope this film will initiate. What kind of changes would you like to see? Maybe we start with Miss Rudely.
Una, para lalong mas maintindihan yung buhay ng mga OFW dito sa labas, yung nasa Pilipinas, na hindi yung pagtatrabaho dito is hindi magaan. Kailangan mong makisama sa lahat ng tao. Tsaka yung sa government natin, especially, na kailangan ding matutukan. Kasi sa mga nakaraan, yung mga pribilehiyo na kulang. Kaya yung pag may mangyayari sa isang OFW, kulang talaga. Walang masyadong tulong na nangyayari. Ang inaano ko na sana, ito yung magiging isa sa magiging bukas, yung magiging open sa lahat na yung isa kami sa makatulong na maka-inspire sa iba ng lahat ng hirap, lahat ng mga naranasan, sa kabila ng lahat, may pagbabago. Unang-una, sa tulong ng Diyos. Kasi wala ito lahat kung hindi dahil sa Kanya. Walang hirap na hindi makakayanan kung wala yung Panginoon. Yun talaga yung unang-unang kakapitan. Pangalawa, yung mga taong tumutulong sa paligid mo. Tsaka yung sa government natin. Kasi marami akong kakilala na natatakot silang lumapit. Kasi walang tulong na natatanggap. Sana ito yung way na magiging bukas sa lahat. Hindi lang dito din sa amin, sa Hong Kong. Sa lahat din ng mga OFW na nasa ibang lugar pa.
Okay, so to summarize what Rudely said, first she gets her strength from God, who gives her the strength to persevere, for everybody to persevere. She hopes that this becomes a way for open communication, first, for Filipinos back home to actually understand what it entails to be an overseas foreign worker, that it's not easy, and that you really need the strength from God and from friends around you. And second, she hopes that this is a way and to open greater lines of communication. And we're very privileged to have, the Vice Consul here with us tonight. That this is a way for us to open lines of communication for discussion, to better your lives here. So I hope I communicated that message. Sir Leo?
I just hope that this movie, The Sunday Beauty Queen, will be an eye-opener to everybody. Not just only to my fellow FW, but to all, to our employers. I know there are lots of very nice and kind employers here in Hong Kong. I know that they have a big heart for all the help, for their helpers. There are quite a few who are mean, but just a few of them. Just a few of them. I think most of you who are here tonight are big-hearted employers because I know maybe all of you here have helpers also. Even the Filipinos have helpers also. So I just hope that this movie could inspire more, give more inspiration, not only to those who are working abroad and feeling that they were deprived of their rights for whatever reason it may be. But for us, the community leaders, I just want to emphasize that we are mounting the beauty pageant not for our own personal satisfaction, but to help our community, to coordinate with our Philippine Consulate General in especially the cultural section, because we are also promoting our tourist. We are promoting the Philippine tourism. So through Vice Consul here, sinisiko ako kanina eh. Sorry about that. Because during those times or before you or now, before PCG is very hard to reach. Medyo mahirapan kami mag-reach sa kanila when we have problems. Unlike now that consular people are more approachable and helpful to us. So the burden is not that big. Now the burden is lessened, and we are happy for that. Especially our very cowboy Vice Consul, extending a lot of help to us, whatever it may be, kahit ano. And to the government, this is very. We are always pleading to our government to please look at to the problems of the OFWs, because our voices were never been heard even before. We are sending lots of money back home every time, all year round. OFWs are giving I don't know, I don't have the statistics, but we are sending big amount of money to Philippines. And then our problems were never been taken care of. Our voices was heard only through our director, Baby Ruth Villarama. And I hope that the government would at least give us the ears to listen to all the problems and the burden that the OFW are struggling with. Not much in Hong Kong, but in other countries. I know in other countries that the OFWs are suffering a lot. There were some who were killed through, I don't know, a lot of things are happening there. Not much in Hong Kong, because in Hong Kong the government is also protecting us. The Philippine Consulate are very easy to reach out. So not much for us, but for the other foreign workers in other places, they are suffering a lot. So I just hope and I just plead that the government should give us, should hear our plea. That's all. Thank you.
Yes, this is a great opportunity that I think this is the good eye opener to everybody. Like the good relationship with each and everyone, with our employer and the helper. I hope it will be more good now, and then especially for me as a single mother, it's an eye opener for my children, the children of the OFWs, that I hope they will study harder, and then they will focus. They will give bigyang halaga.
Give value.
Give value, yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Give value for all those money we are sending to them, because we are not here just for happiness. We are here, we are sacrificing here for our own happiness, just to give them a good future. And then, yeah, I think for our government, I think they will give us importance, just like especially if as have a children back home away from our own children, give us like a scholarship. I hope they will see this movie to give us important to give scholarship for the children of OFWs. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So with that, we'd like again to thank our hosts, Asia Society Hong Kong. Thank you so much for the privilege of having their voices heard for the first time in their second home. And thank you to all of you tonight. We hope that Sunday Beauty Queen continues to make the rounds in Hong Kong so that all the other OFWs can see your stories. And thank you, Mr. Wong, for believing in our very talented people. And Baby Ruth, thank you so much for doing this for our country. You've made us all very proud. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you. Yeah, spread. I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward that for your friends, your family to watch Sunday Beauty Queen. Sorry if you're seeing, we in tears, sharing our sappy stories, but know that Sunday Beauty Queen is something entertaining. We're very proud of it, and it's something that uplifts everyone. So thank you for watching, and we're looking forward for more screenings.
Okay, so please tell your family and friends. February 11, Spotlight is presenting 3 films, and one of them is by Miss Crisma Fajardo. Invisible is the plight again of overseas foreign workers in Japan. So we have 3 films on Saturday, and on Valentine's Day, February 14, we have another documentary called Curiosity, Adventure, and Love. So please come and spend these 2 other days with the Filipinos in Hong Kong. Thank you very much and have a good evening.